I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. Well, I found a boy, beautiful and sweet. Oh, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be sharing with you the story that you've all been waiting / asking for. I am going to finally tell you about my engagement story with Trav and how he proposed. A little bit of a background story about the two of us. We actually have been dating for 6.5 years. So we met at university, met at McMaster University in Hamilton, and we've been doing some long distance between that 6.5 years, and then we moved in together finally earlier of 2017, and you guys got to follow along that journey, see us move into this space, and then this is what happened. It was Christmas Day, so December 25th, 2017. We had woken up very early. It was like 7 a.m. on Christmas Day because Trav had to go to his dad's place right after we were gonna open presents, and I had to go to my family's place after presents, and we were gonna meet up at his mom's family dinner that night. So we had my first real Christmas tree, like just about like right there. And we had like a lot of presents that year because I went a little bit crazy, and I think he went a little bit crazy because he was trying to mask the proposal. So we spent probably about like 20-30 minutes opening presents. And I had also been like, oh, like I need a shower before we open presents because like I just wanted to start the Christmas Day off right. And I just remember him being like really impatient, being like, why did you take the world's longest shower? And I was like, I know you love Christmas, but like, why are you so like nervous, and why can't you just let me shower normally? I didn't take a long shower, by the way. It was like a regular shower. But by the time I came out, he was like, you took forever, like what happened? So anyways, now I know why, because he was like really, really nervous. So we finished opening all the presents, and then under the tree in the corner there was this like box that was wrapped in the most like ridiculous way possible. Looked like a 2-year-old wrapped it. So I was like, oh, like maybe he forgot to give me my like a stocking stuffer that kind of like didn't fit in our stockings. So he hands me this like weirdly wrapped box, and I was like, okay, like cool, awesome. So I was like unwrapping it, and this was what was inside. So first of all, Trav was like very self-conscious about me showing this to you because he like tried to stain it gold, and he did this whole like DIY attempt, but it didn't turn out in his favor. But I just think it's so cute and so thoughtful of him to like go to Michael's and like try to like personalize these boxes for me. So I'm gonna show you, and you should just comment below telling him how awesome he is, because I think that it was the sweetest thing. It's like a box like this, and he had like originally tried to stain it gold, but it turned out yellow, so he was like super upset about it. You open the wrapping, and on the top, can you read? It says, where did we go for our first overnight trip? Unfortunately, I had no idea what it was. Like I said, it was 6.5 years ago. I couldn't figure it out, so like I was basically sitting here, he was sitting like right there looking at me, and I like kept trying to guess. For me, an overnight trip, I guess, was like, I was thinking hotels, like we had flown somewhere, but it was Algonquin Park, and I just couldn't get it. But he like triggered my memory when he said that we got to drive like my dad's old car there, and that was like the one trip I drove this really old car that I was terrified was gonna break down like every time I drove it. After a lot of hints, and a couple minutes later, I was able to open the box. So inside the box was another box. This one was a little bit less DIY because he just realized the stain was gonna fail at that point. This one read, what was the first movie we ever saw together? We dated 6.5 years. How am I gonna remember every single movie we watched? It wasn't even like a substantial movie. The answer was Mission Impossible 4. Like, I was never gonna get that. So could you just imagine him like sitting there realizing that I don't remember anything from our relationship? I felt really bad afterwards, but I'm just like, I actually have the memory of a goldfish sometimes, and he has the memory of an elephant. So that's where we kind of diverge in our similarities. He actually had to tell me this answer. I was not gonna get it. He always jokes now that he was gonna stop proposing at that point because he realized that I couldn't remember anything about our relationship. But to be honest, like, those are really hard questions. Finally, I could open the next box. This is the third box. On it, it said, where did we take our first flight together? So this one, I was like, yes, I know the answer. So it was Jamaica. We went on our first flight together to Jamaica after we graduated from McMaster University, and it was so fun, except he did throw me on a sea urchin in the ocean. So I don't know. I'm glad that we stayed together for this long after that fiasco. At that point, I had, like, so people kept asking me if I knew that it was coming. We had been talking about it for a couple of years now. I mean, most couples that have been dating for this long talk about getting married, having kids at some point of their relationship, or at least I really hope you guys do, because it's such an important topic to talk about if you've been dating that long. At this point though, like, we had been planning to get engaged like 2018, so this year. And especially like after all these questions and all these boxes, I really thought that he was gonna surprise me to like this huge trip to, I don't know, like Europe or like Australia, you know, because I had really been wanting to go on a big trip that we were saving to buy a house. And like all these trip questions kind of made me think like that was happening. But at this point, when I opened this box, there was basically a ring-shaped wooden box inside. So in it, it said, where did we have our first anniversary dinner? So this one I also knew. This restaurant was like, it's called Masharoni. It's like basically right down the street from where I lived as a student. He did allow me to Google the exact name though, because I was able to like say where it was, but I couldn't remember the exact name. We only went there once, so like that was 5.5 years ago, so he gave me this one. When I got that right, honestly, my heart was pounding, like pounding at that point, because it looks like a ring box. So I was like, oh my God, there's gonna be a ring in here. I can't believe he tricked me and like told me that it was gonna happen this year. And anyways, so I open it, okay? And there's nothing in there. Inside it said, check the Origin of Species book. So to give you a reference, where I'm sitting and where I was sitting is basically across the room, and there's a bookshelf right over there, which I'm gonna cue to right now. So this is the book that he told me to check. You can see that there are a couple pieces of paper. In there, right? And yes, Travis likes his animal books. So you saw where that book was and how there are so many pieces of paper in there. So once that little box said check the book, I was like, okay, like never mind, there's no ring. He definitely hid like 2 flight tickets inside this book. So I'm like opening this book, I'm like, I don't know what page to turn to because there's so many pieces of paper. And I'm like, what? Like the first page that I opened to was like just notes on the book. So I was like, I'm really confused. Like, what just happened? And he's like, there's like a little piece of paper that just fell out. And so I like picked this little piece of paper up, and the piece of paper said, turn around. So at that point I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna propose. At this point, like I turned around and got one down on one knee, and he had proposed. I don't know why I'm crying. I've told this story so many times, but I still feel like surreal that it happened. And I'm so happy, but I don't know why I'm crying, so I'm so sorry. Anyway, so I turned around and he was like on one knee. He had hidden the ring box under the couch because he couldn't fit it in his pants and he knew that I would see it. So that's why he needed to get me like across the room. At that point, couldn't breathe. I was like, my heart was pounding, and I feel like if you've been proposed to before, you might know what I mean. Like the world just kind of fades away, and I just couldn't believe that it was happening, even though we had talked about it so much. He proposed at that point, and obviously I said yes. I started bawling right away, which he knew was gonna happen, and which is why I always told him, if you're gonna propose, you have to propose like in private. You guys have also been asking about the ring. I'm gonna see if I can take it off now. Depending on how bloated I am, sometimes you can take it off really easily and sometimes you can't. So it is yellow gold. Some of you think that it is platinum because of like certain angles. The diamonds kind of cover the yellow gold. Like the side profile is probably one of my favorites too. I really like, if I can really get you to see it. See how like the diamond, you can really see like even through underneath the diamond. It's like a good window. That's our engagement story, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'm sorry for her breaking down and crying a little bit during that. That was the engagement story, but now I'm going to bring you along on my first dress fitting, which was to Kleinfeld's. I brought 6 people with me. I brought my mom, my sister, Travis's mom, Travis's sister, my brother, and one of my really good friends, Courtney, with me because I like just wanted it to be a big party and I wanted everyone to be involved. So they came with me, and let's go see how it went.
I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water no matter how hard I try.
Alright, so we're in this gorgeous fitting room. These are the dresses we picked out. And this is the mirror. And then this is Mandy, and she's gonna be helping me up.
I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. Well, I found a boy, beautiful and sweet. Oh, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time, but darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it. Darling, you look perfect tonight. I found a man stronger than anyone I know. He shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share his home. I found a lover to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know we'll be 'cause you look perfect tonight.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it answered a lot of your questions, but if you still have more, again, don't hesitate to like DM me, email me, comment below, anything, and I'll try to answer it next time. And just don't forget to like and subscribe so that I can see you next week, okay?